This incredible pool of knowledge and dialogue brings together a rich body of judges, which I think reflects the diversity and richness of the entrants themselves. This being the second year of the drawing prize that I've been involved with, I've just seen how, one, we've got so many more entries, but the variation of drawings from analog and digital, from quick sketches, technical drawings, photoreal, what people might call visualizations, to the more ethereal, atmospheric drawings that really describe the heart and soul of architecture. It's been really wonderful to look across them, and I have to say, one of the most difficult things to judge.
It's great to see just such an array of kind of human-driven work, and it really is a kind of a celebration of the individual. And although there's all these kind of new technologies coming, it really shows that the human-driven process of conveying architecture and that experience is really what's at the heart of it.
But ultimately, what I'm looking for when I'm judging is a kind of communication in the drawing and what it's trying to tell me and how it's represented. That means that some drawings that I actually engage with more could be the most reduced or pared back, or what one might call simple drawings, whereas others, an incredibly worked piece, could do the job. So it's not necessarily about the sort of skill of the tools that you're using, but actually what it's communicating.
Well, I mean, I think certainly as architects, I think drawing is absolutely fundamental. You know, everybody in this studio behind me, whether they're architects or graphic designers or visualizers, they all ended up here because at some point they liked drawing. They were good at drawing in school. They carried on drawing. You often, I think, you know, you meet people that say, "Oh, I can't draw," and I think everybody can draw. Actually, you might not be able to draw beautifully, but everybody can describe a simple idea on a piece of paper, and it is universal. It's you know, it cuts across language, it cuts across different cultures. For me, it's the ultimate form of communication. I think in this studio, if somebody had to get to a pub, they're probably more likely to draw it than to explain you the street name and the locations, because we're all very visual and that's how we think. And so the drawing here allows us to think, you know, a few lines could represent half a city, or a few hundred lines could represent corner detail of a building, and you can examine all of those degrees of concept and complexity with a simple drawing. And of course, yeah, we talk about the simple drawing, but then quite quickly it becomes a digital drawing, a CAD drawing, it might become a 3D model, and they're all really important ways of communicating with ourselves, with our clients, with the design team, what we're trying to achieve. And even that iterative process between engineers, landscape architects, all of the people that it goes to put a building together. The drawing is basically our currency. That is how we talk, I think, more than talking.
A good drawing it can be anything, but it needs to have some kind of integrity at the center of it. At the core, there needs to be some type of purpose or meaning for which the drawing takes on its own life, in a sense, and communicates to you something quite clear. And it's quite easy to fill up images with lots of collage and lots of layers, and to make it look very complicated. And I think this is even the temptation with all of the software we have these days, to layer it up and make it look very, very rich. And again, I think I kept finding myself coming back to the more simple images, because there somebody is trying to distill it down to its essence.
It's so diverse and so many different people enter. It's lovely to see that kind of diversity. And I think in industry, you can kind of get stuck in your lane of what you're doing. So then just having a reminder of all the variety of ways things can be communicated and shown, and where people really are pushing the mediums in new ways is a lovely reminder of what's out there and what can be achieved with human creativity.
So I just wanted to finally say congratulations to all the shortlisted entries that I had the pleasure of judging, but also an extra congratulations to the winners. Incredible pieces of work throughout.
I really want to express my personal gratitude to everyone who's taken part, but also huge congratulations to the winners. to everyone who's submitted and have had their work displayed. We're particularly proud of collaborating with other practices and celebrating together as a whole.
Mm-hmm.